A parasite is like a server, like a computer server, and you, like a host, are the host of the server. You are the space, almost like the rental space, that opens up for the technology of a parasite to reside in. You are the environment. Doing a basic research on Dr. Royal Rife, I believe from the 30s or 40s, he was debunked because he proved that each parasite, each living organism had its own frequency. And he had measurable, provable data that today you can actually purchase, for example, Rife machines. Now, the intention of this message is not to advocate for Dr. Royal Rife. I'm just saying that this research is not new. Reason being that understanding basic radio technology, Bluetooth technology, right? Technology that's supposedly discovered, but it's been around for a very long time. They use the technology of the parasites just by surveillancing the data of you being the host. And whichever parasites are there, they can actually measure the actual frequency that's emitted with the parasite that's serving the host, which is you. It's an intimate dance allowing for you to be amplified within the system of the 6G technology and above. There are technologies that supposedly don't exist, that's been around for a long time, using fundamental technologies, tapping in now to quantum and biological technologies such as nanotechnology, technologies that tap into cells and DNA particles that allow for living organisms to tap into the quantum realm of reality. This means that they only need to simply observe how your lower mind attracts certain things like certain foods, certain sweets. Having a sweet tooth, as an example, could be worms, it could be bacterial, it could be parasitic, as examples. Just living your livelihood. And with the data that they collect on a quantum level, just simply through radio Bluetooth frequencies, they can precisely determine which parasites you are hosting, you. And from there, they will, and they have been altering your perception, changing your behavior. As you do not know how to change your environment for these parasites, what makes you think that intelligence that taps into the parasites as technology, biological warfare technology, they use the same technology to change the quantum reality around you. And it's so refined and finessed. You will, with your 5 senses, not see a difference. It's a big difference between you in the 3D and TV in the 2D, where you would notice when somebody's trying to subliminally, if I'm pronouncing it right, subliminally, impact you. You'll feel different. You'll feel hungry. However, now they have been, for a very long time, before you were even born, altering your 5 sensory systems, with smell, with sight, with hearing. And if you are within the fear, fright, anger frequencies, right? Cloudy thoughts, cloudy mind, right? Lethargy, feeling tired all the time, right? Lack of energy. Or perhaps you're somebody who's overtly energetic, you know, like New York City on steroids, right? California. You just have all this passion and you just can't stop and you just plug in, and maybe you're doing so well economically and like you're doing good and you're just like feeding on all cylinders. That's parasitic. I'm not saying it's like that on an individual, but collectively speaking, they want to keep you on overdrive or underdrive or neutrality, meaning like, oh, I can't do anything. They'll see your weaknesses, they will see your strengths, and they will maximize who you are and your potential naturally without you ever realizing it. The only way you start realizing it is until you're realizing that you are the unpaid actor of your own reality TV show that you signed off on a contract a while back ago. And most of it wasn't even conscious consent. It was subconscious consent. And they used that third party and create entity formations, corporeal or corporate formations, to create a mimicking version of you within the ethers And that's who they agree with. And now it's you, them, whoever they are, and the entity that's making decisions for you within the shadow realms or the subconscious realms that's very conscious to them. It's time finally for you to make your subconscious mind conscious to you. It's not for you to believe me. I'm not here to prove anything to anyone. I'm here as a frequency receiver, amplifying who I am to those who are meant to receive. Naturally speaking, we will resonate. So I'm going to give you a perspective. It's not about doing a parasite cleanse. It's about changing your environment. So when you're looking to cleanse your system as the host, if you change your hosting system, if you change your mind, if you reroute and you reprogram the way you speak to yourself, the way you eat, physical and emotional food, as you align yourself with the people, circumstances, and the environment around you, whatever reflects back at you, especially when you become conscious and you make conscious efforts of cleansing out your environment. When I say your environment, I mean your physical vessel. I mean your emotional vessel. I mean your mental, your psychological, and spiritual needs not fix. Spiritual simply is. However, the expression of the soul, she requires to dance. And how is she going to dance in a dirty environment? Y'all be looking for people to have relationships with, and you barely know how to have an intimate relationship with yourself in the most beautiful, innocent, precious way. That's also soul food. Become aware of the different levels of your environment, number one. And number two, allow for what's happening around you to simply be a mirror. Old saying, attached to nothing in this life by connecting to everything. And in order to connect to everything is to wonder, how is it that you're the most precious hosting program that's actually the most valuable thing to everything out here that's trying to keep you invested within the system. The system cannot operate outside of you without you. You are worth the value of the earth, the value of the universe the same. They make you want to think that you are in scarcity. You must see yourself as abundance and mindset, and you can't trick yourself. You actually have to feel it naturally, organically. Chanting it all day is going to get you what's going to get you. Once you become, you have nothing to chant. You have nothing to affirm. You just walk as you are. You change your environment, and parasites cease to exist. There are no parasites cleanses, because you are the parasite to the universe. Because you are the parasite to this earth. The term parasite is a creation of different entity formations that are mysterious to us, making us appear like we are enemies to these parasites. Parasites are here as well to help you once you understand your higher self. And I mean actual internal parasites to show you as a flag, red, orange, and yellow flag, understanding the chakra system, to help you to navigate internally the microcosm as to where your pathology exists, where within your environmental factor that you need to place attention to. And if you understand what I'm saying and you relate and you need personal private assistance within your journey, PM me. I do book consultations. I'm an acupuncturist since 2014 and I'm a Chinese herbalist, but I also work with quantum distance healing, and I do work within other realms within our realities based on the dance that you allow and you give permission for me to work with, because it's at the end of the day about you.